Hello, everybody. Good evening. Late evening, 10:30 Eastern, almost here in Michigan. But I gotta come out and continue the lives. And today's topic inspired by my recent conversation with a subscriber, his experiences, and things that I've been observing in terms of scam, in terms of wasted time and money, and what a contrast people having with their exploration of Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian people, of course, Ukrainian ladies, and people in general. And I felt like that would be a good time to talk about as we are getting ready for our trip. I'm super excited about, and that's good time, guys, for me to start. Hey guys, great to see you. What up? Dave is here. Mark, Dave and Mark, my VIP club members, and then somebody called King Nero is a wonderful new subscriber who is my Patreon supporter, and so as Mark and Dave. You guys, my core. So awesome to see you. Thank you for coming. I missed you. I missed you all. Hey, Lance. Lance is a great supporter as well. Good to see you, man. So, real Ukrainian women, guys, is the topic tonight. And I just made a live video on Facebook. So, my content now on going to differ. If you want to see what's on my Facebook, you have to come and like the Facebook page. This way, you will see the live videos. I just made videos, a practical video about cell phones, mobile connection in Ukraine. So if you travel into Ukraine, you want to know a bit more about that, you can hop in on my Facebook page. It's Veronica Olsen. I will leave a link under the video, or you can jump to my other videos. You will see a link to my Facebook page. So now the content is going to be somewhat different. Practical tips and shorter videos are going to be on Facebook. Now, let's talk. Jad, you are a supporter. Even if you are not on any of my paid VIP club or Patreon or whatever it is, you have been following me for a while, and your comments and things that you been doing, don't think that they don't count. Every little bit counts. You give me your time, you give me attention, you watch, and every little bit helps. So you are a supporter. I know you. I remember your name. So guys, it's not only the high options. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different situation. So if you'd like to help, just share my videos, comments, put some likes. It helps for the algorithms to promote the videos. So thank you so much for everybody who've been sending me love, and I want to send you love back with the topic of real women. So a subscriber reached out to me that been my subscriber forever. He is a good man, reliable man. Met a lady in Ukraine. Actually, they met on a social media, and not on a paid websites, not on. They just let me. They just met. I believe in one of the groups, and he met a real woman. So, how do we define real, genuine Ukrainian woman? He sent me a message and he said, Veronica, my lady, he has been in a relationship for a while, and this woman is wonderful. They just having a real relationship. There is nothing more delicious than a real relationship. There is nothing sweeter than a true friendship, true intimacy, true connection between people. When you are with a person and you are in a relationship for the sake of relationship, yes, We all live in a real world. We all need to pay the bills. We all need to face the reality. But the base of anything beautiful is a genuine connection, is a desire to have partnership, is a desire to give and receive. It's an exchange. And um, that's what we all want. That's, that's the most beautiful thing in the world, and I believe that's why, we're having this human experience on the planet Earth. We are connecting, and nothing more delightful than just, the joy of that connection. That's such a great foundation for things. So, talking with my subscriber, um he asked me this question. He said, Veronica, do you have men that want to meet normal women, normal, real, genuine women? And I almost laughed because I know exactly what he meant. Guys, I know you have been uh, misled in many ways when you go through websites, and even good websites, bad websites, all you see mostly, not always, but mostly you see kind of a model looking women, uh, all dressed up, sometimes overly seductive, photoshopped, you know, kind of in some way over the top, to the point that you don't know like where to look like, and you can't even, like, you don't even know like what to choose. You feel like you're a kid in a candy shop. But let me tell you the reality. Ukrainian women are very feminine. Ukrainian women are dedicated. They have wonderful family values. They respect men. They want men to be men. That's major difference between Ukrainian women and Western women. We still live in 10 years in US. Nothing had changed. We want men to be the man. That's what creates polarity, attraction. We don't want to carry heavy bags if we don't have to. If we have to, we will do it. If we have to, we will fight to the last drop of our blood. If there is at this moment nobody to protect us, we will be on fire and we will protect ourselves. But when we have men next to us, we doing no competing. We let you guys carry all the bags. That's right, KZ. Carry all the bags. Feel free. So, um, genuine Ukrainian women, guys, genuine Ukrainian women, they are human. They do not always have the perfect body, the perfect face, like photoshopped pictures, because even the models you see on the pictures, that's not how they look in the real life. You have to remember that, it's a product. You've been sold an illusion. Absolutely, there are women that are naturally beautiful. There are women that are unnaturally beautiful. There are ladies that are one of a kind and kind of, masterpiece in everything. And but I want to tell you the truth. In Ukraine, I would say about 60% of women could be the girl next door Ukrainian type. They don't have the measurements of some certain standards or Playboy, or I don't know, the models. Everybody has a different idea of beauty. They might not be matching that, but it doesn't mean that they're not beautiful. It doesn't mean that they are not make you feel in heaven just by embodying their feminine presence. One thing you want, and maybe you had never experienced, is the feminine energy. When the woman embodies her true feminine flow of energy, that thing you want more than anything else, because even the most beautiful look fades, and then nothing left. So real Ukrainian women, normal Ukrainian women, they are in some ways on the outside they might not be uh, the most striking people you've seen, but once you give it a chance and you let go of illusion of certain standard, and you want to meet the person for the person, you would be amazed what treasures these women have. I remember being 17 years old and I was talking to a 45-year-old man. He was working at at my college. And I was thinking, I am so excited to be young. I mean, I told him something that I like being young and, looking good, not having wrinkles. And he told me, Veronica, beauty of a woman is not in her wrinkles. Like, wrinkles has little to do with beauty of a woman. And that's right. I was kind of grasping somewhat on what he's saying, because when you're that age, you really, you have this maximalist idea, you want to people to like you. That was when I was 16 to 17, I was going through that stage that uh, I was really holding on to, you know, becoming a woman and how exciting it is. But one thing that I didn't know is that uh, that inner shine, that inner energy, the feminine desire to take care of you, to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel warm, to desire to do things for you, not with the idea to please you, but getting the pleasure of doing things for their man and shining the room, um kind of being in that state of being a woman, that where the treasures are. And when he told me that, think about wrinkles, that wrinkles do not affect the feminine energy. And he was talking about it, and he gave me that look. I knew he was onto something, but I could not get the depths. I got the hint of it, but I did not get the depths of it. And another thing is, beauty is always in the eyes of a beholder. You notice how some people, wherever they go, they would focus on beautiful. And there are some people, wherever they go, they will focus on what's not right or what is not that good. So, real Ukrainian women can have imperfections, can might not be the standard, might not be the glamorous girls, might not be the females in the magazines, but they can be a magnet for joy, comfort, care, and love. So that's something that in the end all the adequate people want, people who are getting into a state of understanding that the most amazing thing in the world is to be in a relationship for no other reason but relationship itself. And when you go to Ukraine and you really believe that these ladies that spend day and night working on their bodies and getting the lips, getting other stuff, if you really think that, these women who are so much focused on their appearance, that would do anything to buy the brands, and when you stand next to them, you know they work so hard on perfecting their body. And I mean, I see nothing wrong with outer beauty. I think um it's in our blood to be feminine and take care of, you know, us as women and enjoy that. But when this is the main things that woman is focused on, when she gonna be in a relationship with you, that's still gonna be her main thing, and that's gonna be the only thing she can offer. And if you want to marry a woman and the best thing she can offer you it's her body and sex, uh that's not gonna be a very, you know, the best, um most fulfilling experience, because a smart man would never marry a woman for the reason of having sex, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not pointing out that the feminine women with some imperfections cannot be great lovers and cannot be seductive. Let me tell you this: when Ukrainian woman has a career, when she's a hard worker, if you give her some support, if you see how much she already been helping herself and how well she's doing, um, you know, if you treat her to some nice things because she've never asked for them, if you let her sleep in one day, if you take her shopping that she've never asked her to you to do, um, if you show her some care, she can be no worse looking than these magazine chicks. Because this woman is focused on her family, on her career. She does not um focus on getting, you know, the lips and, you know, whatever else, you know, women get to attract you. She was focusing on taking care of what she needs to take care of. If you give her a break, if you show her love, if you get let her, you know, dress up, maybe go to spa, get her hair done, it can be transformation, you know, from a Cinderella to a princess. By the way, that's my favorite story. Was my favorite story when I was little. Every Ukrainian woman, normal woman, when she given love and care, and when she has a little bit less burden on her shoulder, she can be a striving, driving mechanism. I mean, machine. I don't know, not machine. No, not machine. She can be an incredible. You can help her to open up her feminine, beautiful side. You can never go wrong with spoiling the right woman. The right woman is the one that never asks you to spoil her. She trusts you as a leader, she trusts you as a man. When you see her, you know. I remember my mom working very hard, and well, my mom was an engineer in US. She would be a rich woman. She was very smart. She was an engineer. We did not have a lot as most of families back then. But one thing was amazing about my mom is that she would make magic out of nothing. She would make dinner out of nothing. She would make clothes out of nothing. Um, and one thing was about her: she was always the most beautiful woman in the room. She was going through tough times. My mom and my dad had big difficulties in their marriage, and they actually divorced basically as I was born. So that was a lot of tough things. They were still living together because in the Soviet time, you can't just go buy an apartment or rent. You have a free apartment from government, and um, you need to be you're on a waiting list if you need to move out, and the waiting list could be 20 years. So I was witnessing very tough things seeing, my parents having all kinds of arguments. And I love my dad, but he was not very helpful. So my mom basically was like a woman that wears million hats. She was a professional at her work. She was a mom for us, but she always was a woman. Like she would, I've noticed that no matter where we go, she's always the most beautiful, the most tastefully dressed woman. Doesn't matter what time she went to bed. Doesn't matter. My mom actually was doing things on the side. She was like sewing things to make some extra. It's kind of interesting that when an engineer, the main engineer in her office, needs to sew at night to make extra. But she was a hard worker, and she never give up the feminine part. So that was pretty inspiring. And many Ukrainian women are like that. They wear many hats. And this is why you want to have a real, genuine woman, because a real, genuine woman, once again, she might not look like the standards that media is pushing into our face, but she is the woman that genuinely will do her best to create comfort and love at home, to be a woman, to be a woman that the man adores. She, at night, she is a woman. Maybe she's a mother and a professional in the daytime, but at night she wants to be taken out. She wants to dress up. She wants to put high heels. She wants to seduct you. She wants to spend a romantic night with you. She wants to be a great lover to you. As long as you pick up the heavy bags and you let her have an hour for herself, so she can take a bath, so she can, put a rope. But the most amazing things about genuine Ukrainian women is that they wear many hats and they take pride in every one of them. In the morning, she might not look like a butterfly. She might be, I call it this way, she, she might be what I call a caterpillar, because she her point right now is take care of, let's say, the young child. Like she has a toddler, for example. Yeah, she might not do her hair and makeup in the morning. She might be chasing her son, but you know what she gonna do? She gonna make him real food. It's not gonna be food from the cans. It's not gonna be food from in a packages. Yes, she might be a total mess, because I've been there and I've been a total mess. Like I would freak out from seeing the mirror. But my son, ever since he was born, he eats real food. I actually cook. It can be something simple, but she's not gonna compromise. She's not gonna give him some ready to go stuff that's full of sugar and sodium. She puts love to it. Yes, she might not be that attractive at that moment, okay? But she is mother focused for next 3 hours. Then she's going to business, so she has her business attitude, and that's what she's doing. She's a woman of action. She's doing her thing. But then when she comes back home, she wants to be a loving mother. And when her son or daughter or little daughter going to bed, she wants to be a seductive woman. She wants you to treat her like a woman, and she wants to have um, romance with you. So that's what it is. Ukrainian women wear many hats, and I remember when my son was little, and I do love dressing up. Some of you guys know my fur passion and so my glamorous things. I actually dress up every day, more or less. But when I had my son, sometimes I wasn't dressing up, and sometimes I was, just casual. But then at night, I would dress up, and I remember shocking faces of the neighbors, because they saw the woman, like pretty pale, tired, and maybe not wearing I mean, not giving an impression of, I don't know, the woman of mystery. And then, I would be going somewhere, and several times a week I would dress up, and I remember people just wouldn't know what to make of me because every single day they look the same. And that I see the biggest problem with American women. Sometimes I'm generalizing, doesn't apply to everyone, but I feel that sometimes they get so comfortable that no matter if they have kids or not, they just wear not so many um hats. They just becoming casual. Okay, I have a kid, now I can gain weight, now I can give up on heels, now I don't need pretty dresses because, why? So I've noticed that, we would go somewhere with my son, and I always have several pairs of shoes. Sometimes I would wear heels, and people would think that I'm some kind of babysitter. I couldn't understand why. And then I realized that this casual thing. But this is not just about the clothes, it's not about the looks. It's mostly about the mental state. Ukrainian women do not want to give up on the mental state. They want to feel like a woman. Yes, it's hard when you have a newborn and you have to deal with diapers and you have to stay up all night and your sexual life is going to hell. But if you are a caring, loving man, you will go through that challenge. And as soon as she feels better, as soon as she get some sleep, as soon as she has an opportunity, she will always pay you back for your support. She doesn't Ukrainian women do not just want to be mothers. We want to be women. We want to be desired. We want to be loved. We want to have passion in a relationship, and we want to be all of this nurturing spectrum, not just one thing. So um that was quite a speech. Let me see, guys, what you've been saying here in the chats. Thank you for all your comments, guys. Well, somebody saying that he has recently been experienced this joy, the real woman. Good for you. Um well, thank you for the compliments, guys. I appreciate it. Let me tell you, today I was one of these women that I'm just talking about. So that's why it's a late night life. Yes, so I call it the caterpillar and the butterfly. Listen, we can't take care of some things always as a butterfly, but if we get some rest, we can turn. Ukrainian women do have this. We magically turn at night to a butterfly. So, yes. I call it, guys. I don't know if anybody else ever mentioned this metaphor, but that's my favorite. And I just always in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm in the caterpillar stage right now. All right, well, I'm just gonna live with it for now. But it's pretty awesome to feel like a butterfly and to be able to express your femininity. And you, my dear friends and men who are listening to me, you are helping us to express femininity, because when you step into your masculine energy, we want to be the little girl. We want to flirt with you. Even if we are married to you for 10 years, we want to flirt with you. We want to, like, prank you a little bit. We want to tease you. When you are in your masculine energy, it creates that powerful polarity, and we want to seduct you. We want to put kids to bed and turn to butterfly. So just so you know, don't get scared. Guys, thank you so much for the kind words. You are so, I feel so much, so many wonderful things from you. Thank you. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate that. So, let's see. Casey, thank you. Lithuanian women, I honestly, they are, I would say Lithuanian women would be closer to Ukrainians than to American, but they are, they have differences. They are, it really depends what culture they grew up, because in Lithuania, there is this more Western, like kind of Germany, similar, and there is, because of the history, there is some of the um, Russian culture. So it really depends, like how they grew up. They're a little bit more practical and a little bit colder by their emotions, but I bet there are a lot of classy women. They do have class, and once again, depends on the family and depends on what kind of family they've been growing up. So, and guys, a lot of things are really individual. You have to understand how hard it is for me to do the generalization. So remember, it's always a generalization. My dear Ahmed Mohammed, um, if you want to find that special woman, you gotta be the man that's in according to that, and you will not find. Um, there is a certain percentage of genuine Ukrainian women who you can find on the websites, but it's a smaller percentage. The thing about these beautiful women that do not look like a models, by the way, but they're very beautiful. Um, they're usually not on the websites. And with our trip, my goal for my guys who trusted me to be their guide in Ukraine, my goal to help them to meet people and make friends, and not necessarily just meeting single women who want to get married. When you meet friends and you make connections, you starting to network, you meet real people, you meet friends of the friends. And many of genuine Ukrainian women, they are not on the websites because they feel it's fake. They kind of more old fashioned. They would love to have a man for the sake of having a relationship and having sweet things and having a partner. They do not see men as a bag of money to buy brand things. They want a man who can support them, of course, but they want support to create a family. So they want to care about somebody, they want to wake up with somebody, but because websites have such a bad name, uh, I would say 80% of genuine Ukrainian women aren't on um, the websites, and they are by no meaning on a paid websites where you see all those playboy like pictures. They are not there. They also not necessarily looking for foreign men. That's another reason. They just want to, they would love to have a man, but they don't have a goal of certain nationality for their man. They're basically, they want to meet a soulmate, and they not necessarily want to change the country or engage. They just want companionship, and they might even, it might even never cross their mind to be with a foreign man. But if they would meet somebody who they like as a person, despite of the language barrier and things like that, they would consider that, not of the, because of the country, not because of opportunities, but because um, they met somebody that makes them feel good. So let me get back, guys. Whoa, thank you so much. I don't know. I just received a super chat. I don't know that currency, and I don't know that language. Could you please write me where you from? And thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wow, we are getting around the world, guys. That is so sweet. Thank you. I don't know your name, but I appreciate the support, and I'd like to know what is it, like Thailand or maybe Japan? Oh, sweet, Japan. Nice. Thanks, Manabu. That is awesome. Thank you. Um, we are getting international here. Um, okay, Lawrence is asking whether I recommend to meet Russian Ukrainian women on social media. In this case, that is Ukrainian social media and or Russian social media. So, well, I would say it's always better to come and visit, but if compare paid websites like, Anastasia Date and things like that, and social media, I would definitely vote for social media, but you still have to be mindful. Today, I posted in our Patreon support group, a community, and at my VIP club, I've actually made a post. It was a letter of one of my subscribers, and he is one of many that has been scammed in terms of buying tickets and whole visa thing. And he met this lady on social media. Another guy met a lady on a match. Several guys. So it's better than Ukrainian dating sites. But so this is how scammers are now spreading out. Um, what they do is they go to regular sites and social media and they reach out to you and starting a conversation. So that is new. They only used to be on a paid websites, but now they are on American websites and on social media. One thing though, when you've been for a while on a social media and you have a certain presence, it's harder a little bit to fake. For example, some of you guys have been watching me for several years. Let's say that I'm a fake person. So that would be one hell of a job for me for 3 years, talking with you about something I don't believe in, something I am not, and probably I would make 5 videos and would get very, very tired because it's hard to stand on your toes if you're doing something you're not believing in. So, to my great honor, I do have a lot of trust from you guys, and that means that's the highest currency for me. Um, One of the reasons for it, I believe, is the consistency, and it's something that's hard to fake. If somebody coming up every day with the content and you see, their social media accounts and you see their, their videos, if they're fake, they probably wouldn't do the 365 days. So when you going on VK or Facebook, other social media, if you go to their profile, you can go long way back and you will see some consistency. That's a good sign. If you see their family pictures, if you see their, whatever they're working on. Once again, if that's an account that's been around for a month, you can fake it. But if somebody have been for 8 years, 3 years doing something, chances are it could be the real person. To take it from there, you gotta just trust your inner wisdom. You need to talk on camera, like I talk with you. You need to have candid conversations. You do have a chance to meet people on social media. They do have scammers. You might not have chemistry when you meet in a real life, but maybe you can make a friend. Maybe you can plan a trip, and possibly you will meet somebody. But once again, the best way to meet genuine Ukrainian women is hopping on the plane. Single, um, family oriented Ukrainian women are all over the place. They are not so hard to meet, not so hard to communicate with. A lot of ladies are looking for a good man, and this is what my subscriber told me. He said, Veronica, do you have mature man that's actually ready for a woman that doesn't, once again, guys, she doesn't look like supermodel. She could dress up and look amazing, but she is not on a hunt to impress you. And just in general, not every Ukrainian woman looks like what they show on the media, on the website. Remember that all these women are, most of them are photoshopped. So it's a lot better to connect with the real guys than with a fake beauty that is empty inside. And you can find both. You can find a beautiful woman that have both. But what I see a lot of times when guys sending me the picture, they send me a picture of them and a woman that looks like their daughter, and they are upset that they're getting scammed. Uh, well, you actually get an exchange. You want to have something that is does not come that natural. It's not that organic. It could happen. There are people that genuinely fall in love with the big age differences, both ways, by the way, not only men but women too. But it's not that organic, it's not that natural. The chances of getting scammed are a lot higher. So sometimes you have to listen to common sense. And when you focusing on the fake things, you get fake things back. So there is no reason to be so upset about it, because you knew. Good women, you can meet them in Ukraine. They could be a waitress at the restaurant. They could be a person that works hard and maybe sweeps streets. They could be a person that working at some kind of shop. They could be a person that works in the office and running to work in the morning in the subway. It could be a woman that is having a career, and real people, not people that spend 24 hours of their day to get more stuff going on with their face and body so they can post on Instagram and get your attention. It's all depends on how you want to feel. If you want to feel seen, if you want to feel appreciated, if you want to feel cared for, you gotta look for those qualities. You gotta look. You're not gonna find these women at the nightclubs. The best time to meet people is in the daytime, after work time, um, and meet people in general. Don't just try to hit on women. Make friends. In Ukraine, social life and social circles are very important, and people will introduce you. Some of the most happiest couples I know, they were introduced to each other through friends. So observe, look at the diamonds in the rough. Ukraine is very big on diamonds in the rough. You will see the true beauty of dedication of a woman that maybe supports her family, maybe she has children, maybe she is from a small town, but look at how she has been helping herself, and you will see. I am not saying that good women do not come with beautiful, attractive um, faces and bodies. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is um, shoot for the great person. Look for somebody who has personality, who has care and femininity. Um, the pictures on the websites are fake, and they made for you to bait you and to give you an illusion that you can bring your wife that looks like your daughter, and her perfection um, kind of clouds your mind. But you know, when the doors are closed and you have nobody to show off your lady, and she is cold, she has her motives to be with you, and she does not give you love, she does not give you affection. Having intimacy with you is like a chore, because she maybe dreams about the young lover. Because if she's 30, she, you know, 30, 35, you know, whatever, she's on sexual fire, and you cannot do much for her, and she just does it because she has to. Tell me, what kind of fun is that? What kind of fun is that? Why not to be with somebody who loves you and wants you for who you are? Regardless of, you know, what stage you are in. Why not to be with somebody who wants you, no matter what happens to you? And this is what I'm talking about. These are genuine women. Make friends and make connections, and talk to people. I would call these most amazing women in Ukraine are diamonds in the rough. The women that do not believe in taking advantage, do not believe in lying, do not believe in scamming. They believe that they should put everything they can and support and be responsible. In some ways, they play a man's role before they meet the man that they can trust and be behind his back. By the way, in Ukrainian, and I mean in Russian language, and in Ukrainian too, being married, замужем. Замужем literally means behind the husband. So when hardworking Ukrainian women have that opportunity, she lets go some of the masculine energy, and she's happy to be behind your back. Once again, genuine Ukrainian women often are not standard media profiles you see, which is, by the way, guys, beauty does not have a standard. When nature creates us, they create us the way we are for a reason. Because for some reason, this person, you know, with this face, with this body, needs to be. And media is trying to create certain standard, but true beauty has no standard. You know, we have wildflowers, we have roses, we have orchids, um, we have weeds, if you know what I mean. So they all needed for a reason, and is your choice what you're gonna go for. But remember that you are the one that's choosing, and you are the one that's responsible. By the way, never criticize your ex-wife. Because you were her choice. From everybody else, she chose you. So, good to see your guys' activity. Let me see before I have to go. We are almost entering an hour, so okay. My subscriber from Japan, thank you so much. I don't care about the amount of money, even if it's 5 cents. I appreciate your appreciation. Thank you so much. Let's see. Somebody's talking about affection here, and he says, I'm always touching my lady, like playing with her hair, touching her face. Well, can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with affection, can't go wrong with touch. True Ukrainian woman wants to be touched because affection is life. We die without love. We die without love, guys. Let's see, going through the chat, guys, slowly but surely. Stacy Palmer is saying, after 6 months of daily conversation, still trying to determine if I'm being scammed. We have an age difference. If you'd like to share your story, Stacy Palmer, you can write me on consultveronica@gmail.com. After the video, you can go to my other videos to see that email. Maybe somebody can type for me, please. Consultveronica@gmail.com. You can share your story. I can see what I could do for you. There are chances that you being scammed, but I would not make conclusions before I know. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh, Diego Lou Samstown. Uh, Thank you so much for the generous super chat. And you're saying, hi Veronica, long time no see. Hey, um, same for me. We are getting ready for the trip. Kids are out of school, so I've missed being here. Thank you so much for your generous support, and that you had noticed the absence. You know, there is nothing like somebody notice your absence. Some people enjoy your presence because they have nothing else to do. But people who notice your absence, that's the people that you bring value for. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. That's right, Kizzy. You know, if you took down on somebody you chosen, that was your taste. Like, I told my son that his dad had a very good taste just today. So, um, yeah, John saying, John is my VIP club member and he's going with us for a travel. John, I'm so looking forward to get to know you better, and I'm sorry that you going through hard time. Um, I mean, I'm not sorry actually for you because you're gonna have a great time. But John is saying that his wife, or you know, she chose me and everyone else also. Well, you know what? Sometimes for some reason we have to go through this, and it's sometimes part of our story that we have to go through betrayal and tough things like this. I'm getting thirsty. You want to see, guys, what I'm drinking? What's my secret power drink? This is this is drugs. Drugs. This is actually the mint and lemon. It's not. It's not weed. Have to drink. Don't have my tea because tea is getting cold. That looks like weed, I know, guys. So now you know my secret, my good attitude. So this is weed. and it's mojito. No, it's just it's mint, water, lemon, and cucumber. I don't drink pop, don't drink any sugary drinks. By the way, Ukrainian women, on the most part, do not buy pop and sugary drinks to their kids. And I just won a war with my son because he used to ask me, Mom, please buy me pop, please buy me punch. And I look at the ingredients on those things and I'm like, no wonder kids having cancer. So um today he told me, I love your drinks. Like I make these things at home. Yes, once in a great while I'll let him have something, but these little things, they create big results. And at first, my son was upset with me. This is one thing you gotta know about Ukrainian women. My son was upset with me that everybody having coke and he isn't. Everybody is sitting on a computer all day and he isn't. But as the child is forming, he start to understand where you're coming from. And today he told me, actually it was yesterday, he told me, Mom, I appreciate that you looking for quality. And that was pretty amazing to hear that because kids his age just want their sugar. And that's when it comes to genuine Ukrainian women, they're gonna put you on diet. Like they're gonna put you on diet. They're gonna look at your house and say, no, honey, no beer, no pop, no Burger King. You're gonna be eating good food, you're gonna be working out, and I want you to live long. I don't want you to die. Thanks. Thanks, guys. So now I'm gonna be drinking on the live videos because I'm getting thirsty. Thanks, Casey. Uh, Mark, thank you for sharing my email. So, guys, if you have questions, you're not sure if you're scammed or what's going on, you have questions about your relationship, send me an email to consult Veronica. I want to tell you, I do charge for my consultations because that's part of my business. But I do offer options. I have some recorded videos. I have some things we do at the VIP club. I have consultations. I have email consultations that I offer. And let's say maybe you cannot maybe contribute or you don't want paid service. If your topic is really good, I can consider making a video about it at no charge. So there are many options, but to be very honest, it's worth it to invest in something that's gonna cost you time, money, and heartache. And another thing, I don't know how much longer I'll be offering my personal consultations because my time becoming more and more valuable and less of it, and I also have my personal life. So I'm happy to offer them, but I don't know what the future will hold. So right now I'm booked up to my ears before we are leaving because I might have some, if you need consultations while I'm in Ukraine, we can work something out. We just need to put the time difference. And of course, we have a tour for 10 days. So probably while I'm on a tour, that would be, actually, it's more than 10 days. So it might be a little tricky. But what I'm considering is to offer you guys an email support service. And also, for those of you guys who are on my Patreon or VIP club, we can make it mobile. So you write me a problem or your concern, and I can go live at the VIP or at Patreon and just make a video for you. So if it's hard for us to match time, I can make a video response. And I appreciate, guys, your trust. I'm realizing that most men who are watching me are smart. educated man. So I feel honored. When you trust my opinion, that's an honor for me. Marks, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. And of course, um, I'm looking forward uh, meeting you in person and exploring Ukraine and having you on our group, on our exploring team. Thank you for the feedback. It means a lot. Yes. Stacy said nice to guys, I'll be honest. I am not I'm not the, how to say this, the fitness coach. I am not the uh, extra skinny person, but I do take care of my health. I love my body. I love being a woman. I am very feminine. I enjoy being a woman. I like good food. Don't think that I'm always like on a diet. I like sometimes to have something delicious. But one thing about Ukrainian women, when they have something delicious, it has to be really high quality. So that's what I'm talking about. We love enjoying life, but I have this rule. I have delicious things, but they got to be high quality. It's not gonna be donuts for $3. If I'm having a dessert, and that applies to other high value Ukrainian women, they're not gonna ruin their body with $3 donut or whatever. If they're having a dessert, it's gonna be like top of the line something. So it's gonna be something special, like uh luxurious calories. It has to be something beautiful. I have to say, Ukrainian food is pretty rich, but it made from some serious high quality ingredients. So you put still good stuff. Even when you put calories, they're good calories because they are some healthy, beautiful things. So everybody has a different uh, structure and body shape. It's about taking care of yourself and doing your best. It's not about competing with others. Well, KZ, you stuck in my some of my photography, so I guess you know what you're talking about. Thank you. Thanks. Ukrainian women are somewhat similar to Latinas and Greek. We are very passionate. We are very caring. We are very passionate. We are very loving, and yes, yes, quality is definitely should be a lot more important uh, than the quantity. And guys, I want to tell you something. So right now I'm getting compliments from KZ. Some people saying, "Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is." Ukrainian women love compliments, and we're not gonna get mad at you if you tell us that we are beautiful. I know in US it's often considered sexist or this is low class, but you know what? Sometimes when you work hard all day and you're doing your thing, and maybe you have the man you love, it's not about the cheating thing. But Ukrainian women appreciate attention, they appreciate the compliments, and they don't see it as a threat, and they're not gonna yell at you because you tell them that they look nice or they wearing a nice body or whatever. They're not going to be mad about it. They're gonna smile and you know say thanks. And you just don't know, sometimes you can make somebody's day. And I don't take it personally. I don't see it as sexist as here in US you can't say anything to anybody. Um, Nothing wrong. So remember that Ukrainian woman will never get mad at you if you tell her that she's beautiful. So there are different way of saying it, but um, I think it's important to to have sense of humor. So and just laugh. All right, guys, I have to say was it is so good to see you all. I appreciate your time. I appreciate my time that I'm giving to you. And the bottom line, um, hey Kizzy, only 95%? That's low. Thank you. The bottom line, guys, of this video is this: be open to different options, be open to people that might not look like you thought they will look. Be open to different nationalities, different races, different backgrounds. Be open to things. Sometimes you cut yourself short. Um, you cut yourself short when you decide, okay, she should be tall, she should be blonde, she should be this way. Yes, you have your preferences, but give chance to people who show genuine interest into you. It might be totally different person, but give them a chance. I've posted that recent video on Facebook about um, how when I'm looking at you, or when you are looking at somebody, you see yourself. You don't know what's behind the shell. You might discover that, your taste flexes, it changes a little bit sometimes. You just don't know. Don't cut people off just because they don't match the standard that media told you they should match. Be your own judge. Explore, give it a chance, make friends, discover. You just never know. Guys, I appreciate your kind feedback and some funny comments and your support. I do have a website, Diego. It's www.veronicaolson.com. Veronica Olson, you can see how my name is written under the video. Um, it's still in the progress, but you can also write to my email, consultveronica@gmail.com. Under my other videos, you can see this information. And thank you so much. Thank you, Diego. It's better to learn Russian language. Ukrainian women are awesome with cooking. Judd, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Judd is saying that he's been listening to my voice with his eyes closed. Thank you. Awesome. Some people have some meetings coming up. This is wonderful. Lawrence, have you been the person that asking me about when to start a new relationship after you broke up? I will make it my next life, okay? Uh, I had the subscribers that have been asking me, Veronica, could you make a video about uh, after you broke up and want to you kind of considering to maybe go into a new relationship. like when you're all right, you know what, Lawrence, I'm gonna honor that. I'm gonna make a note right now, and I'm gonna address it in my next live. How about that? Could you form your question again? It's a great topic, and I think it's not, it's kind of universal. It's not just it's not just Russian or Ukrainian. It's really universal. Guys, I found a name for you. I'm gonna call you my YouTube family, because I feel so awesome to have this interactive calls, and I'm glad that what I do helping you. On a bad day, this is one of those things that helped me to get going, because when I can't connect with you, and when I'm thinking, maybe what I do doesn't matter, maybe all this information is already available, maybe nobody needs to hear this. Uh, I have those days. I wanted to share with you that I have those days when I feel that who needs this? Like, now less. I used to have more of these days earlier when I started, but um and still sometimes once in a while I have it, but your activity and your feedback and your comments and all of that you do is, it's not just one-sided, it's not just a monologue. I always felt that it's been a dialogue, and thank you so much for expressing your thoughts, for commenting, and I will do my best to keep up the life. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. And dear Lawrence, there are a lot of beautiful women, Ukrainian, Russian, and American, and you know, don't be sad. Be grateful for the experience and learn from it. If you, I remember your email. I'm gonna see how I can address that and kind of maybe make a live about that. Oh, that means a big smile, Lawrence. It's mean like big smile. Thank you guys for the kind words. Thanks, KZ, and all all of you guys. I would like to know from you, what topics do you like better, my practical videos, or do you like my relationship insights? My favorite are relationship insights, but I want to know what you want to know. So feel free, when this live is over, comment under the video like what you want to hear about more. What do you see value? And in my next future videos, I will address that question, after you broke up, when to start, how to figure out your past, because I've been through that. Most things I'm talking about, not all but most, they're not just from learning and other people living life. Living life, guys. Thank you so very much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. It's been great being here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your love, and I will be back. Will do as many as I can before I leave and when I'm in Ukraine. From Michigan with love. See you soon.